ArsenalFanTV plug, you called it. You said that you felt that, you called the Aubameyang thing, and you called this one. You said to me that he's definitely going before the end of the season. And you also said that you feel that the new manager will be either Allegri or Patrick Vieira.
And that is what I'm going to continue to say and to put out, because that's what I'm being relayed on.
What about the rumours? There's a lot of rumours about Brendan Rodgers. There's a lot of rumours about Thomas Tuchel.
So this is the thing with Thomas Tuchel in particular. Why would we bring in a manager who is the reason why Sven left Dortmund? I mean, they're known for having their arguments. The thing was that Tuchel banned Sven from the training ground, and I think that alone shows why that was completely false. I mean,
Brendan Rodgers then?
I don't think Brendan Rodgers will be coming in. I mean, if you look at the way the press are relaying stuff in clubs, when they say that he is available, we wouldn't reject the opportunity. Or with Enrique, when Balaguer was saying that he would jump to the chance, that's them trying to put themselves forward for that name. Where realistically, the names have already been spoken about.
Why do you think Allegri then, or Vieira? Why are you going with these two?
So, firstly, my shortlist was a lot larger at first, but as it shrunk down, as everything was drawing to a closer, Allegri we had a lot of talk with last summer, where he was set to take the job before we knew that Arsene was going to sign on. And that all went swimmingly, and then we contacted him, I think it was at February, January-ish, to then speak to him again and say, would you be interested again, because obviously we want you. And as always, Allegri said that he's ready to take the job. I think that with Vieira, the issue is that Allegri would want manager-based money, and obviously we're looking for more of a head coach role. And I think, despite the fact I do think we will give the money to Allegri, the option for Vieira is a very positive one in my opinion, because not only does he know the club in and out, and I know how Claude and everyone has said that they don't want any Arsenal like nature in the club and they want to start again, but Vieira's sort of guy that would come in, bring someone like Thierry maybe as a number two, and they would show their mentality and their drive and how the way they fought as a club to then stir the club on and push the players a lot more than have been recently.
It's all right being a great player, but manager's a different ball game entirely. What has he done? Has he won the MLS?
So this is the MLS.
He won it, has he?
Yeah, but that's because they've got their system where the top two in each division go into playoffs. But if you look at how he was in his first season before he joined, NYCFC were a new club. They had Lampard, they had Pirlo, and they had David Villa, and they were shocking. They were in the bottom few. He came, and within them, they've been a force. They've been coming. They're top league now. They finished top last season, and they've been really consistently fighting at the top. And the league, I know people say
the MLS is a completely different.
It's a weirdly competitive.
And he's had a lot of money to spend over there as well. New York City is another one of those teams that are owned by the same people who own Man City. So yeah, but they've got a bigger budget than the other teams. So, what makes you think?
That's the point. The players that were already there were before he joined. He actually has been able to do that without actually spending much on the budget. And I think, look, we all know what Allegri can do to a football club. How he could bring two fullbacks on against Spurs at half time and turn them over like that. You can't discredit the amount of Champions League finals he's got Juventus to in recent years, and how he's been unlucky by having Real Madrid consistently, which is literally like us with Bayern or Barca. But I think that you can't take away the fact his achievements, and I think on a tactical basis, he's the perfect man for the job at Arsenal Football Club. But I think that today is a day where we shouldn't really necessarily look at future, because that will be in the press and that will be occurring significantly in the near future. But I think it's time we pay a homage to Arsene Wenger, who really took the club out of a situation where he came to the club, transformed the English game, whether it's diet, whether it's to the players' dietaries, whether it's to do with fitness and the way he shaped the game in terms of training. He then took Arsenal to Highbury. Obviously, we had all our successes leading up to the Invincible season. And obviously, title-wise, things went stale. But in my opinion, his biggest achievement wasn't even that. I think it was the 20-odd seasons of the Champions League, because we made a big mistake when moving from Highbury, where before we actually started with everything, the biggest revenue clubs would intake was ticket sales. And as the course where we had just started paying it back after we moved in, that completely flipped around to either the ultra-rich foreign investors, like people like Mansour and Abramovich, but also like the TV deal, which I think now you get £80 million per Premier League team a season. And that alone is extortion. That's why it's been so crucial that we try and get to the Champions League. It's not the prize money for winning Europa. It's what we get from the TV deals for the Champions League. And what he was able to do with the squads he was to be able to bring us back from the mistakes. Think about players like Shamak and Andre Santos, the really poor squads where we've had where
he bought.
Yeah, I understand that, but with a very limited budget because of how the board have limited him. And be able to do that and still get the Champions League qualifications, to be able to rebuild us on a financial basis, I think is so highly commendable, because any other manager would have failed miserably, in my opinion, there. And I think people need to realise that, understand that people have issues with Arsene, but as I've always said, you need to keep the politics within the club separate when you're watching the team, and you've got to support them for the history and the ethos and whatnot. And for everything Arsene Wenger's done for Arsenal Football Club, you cannot You cannot discredit him at all, and I don't want to see any of the issues with the fans. I think even if we end up going to United and God forbid we're losing, let's say, I don't want the fans to start tugging on him again. The fact of the matter is, we've all got everyone's got their wish. Everyone wanted Arsene to go, whether it was modernisation or if it was because they had a Wenger agenda. It depends. But I think it's safe to say that you need to send him off on a high, which he deserves. And I really hope, to the bottom of my heart, that that's the Europa League. So that means he can at least win a European trophy before he leaves us. And it's all good for the future. And the summer's going to be big.
Exciting news. There's a brand new show called A Real Football Fan Show coming to Channel 4 every Thursday after that till the end of the season. It's going to be broadcast at midnight. And you've got to check it out. It's going to feature fans from all around the Premier League. So make sure you check it out. Hosted by myself, Robbie.